Is Pi Network dead? That's the question a lot of people have been asking right now. Because in February 25, when Pi finally launched into open trading, it rallied hard and saw prices pushing towards $3. Fast forward less than a year later, and Pi is now sitting around 20 cents. That's not a normal pullback. That's not a little correction. That's a brutal collapse. So today, we're going to break this down properly. No clickbait, no tribal nonsense, and no blind hopium. We're going to look at what actually happened after launch, why Pi fell so hard, and what's going wrong behind the scenes. And the honest question everybody wants answered: is Pi Network dead or just badly managed?
I am not a financial advisor. This video is based solely on my opinion on what I'm personally doing in this market. I also want to let you know that some of the links below and in the descriptions are affiliate links, meaning I may get a commission, but it will be at no extra cost to you. Please remember that under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can confirm all of my real social media handles in the description and also at milkshakematty.com. This content is for educational and entertainment only, and I'm not a financial advisor.
Before we go any further, I want to make something very clear. I'm not somebody who just downloaded the Pi app once and forgot about it and now just throws opinions around. I still mine Pi every single day. Right now, I personally have over 10,400 Pi mined tokens. And here's the important part: I'm still not even fully migrated. So everything I'm about to say comes from a perspective of somebody who believed in the project, supported it for a long time, and still actively involved today, which means this isn't a hate video. It's an honest one. Let's rewind to launch. Pi had years of build-up, millions of users, and a massive community, and absolutely huge expectations. So when it finally became tradable in February 2025, the hype trade kicked in hard. Early demand, speculation, and people chasing the narrative. And that pushed price up quickly. But here's the part a lot of people didn't want to hear at the time. Once a long awaited token finally launches, selling pressure is inevitable. People who mined for years suddenly had liquidity. People who never intended to hold long term finally had an exit, and the market had to absorb all of that supply. And that's not unique to Pi, but Pi had one extra problem. Pi's biggest strength has always been its community, but right now, that's also its biggest risk, because a huge numbers of miners are still waiting for migration, don't know when they'll be fully unlocked, and don't know how much they'll be able to sell, and don't know what the real timeline is. That creates frustration, and frustration kills momentum. I'm seeing it everywhere. Miners are stopping daily mining, people are giving up, and long-time supporters are losing patience, not because they hate Pi, but because they feel ignored. When people don't know what's happening, they assume the worst, and that's deadly for sentiment. Now let's talk about the price drop itself. From nearly $3 to around $2.20 in under a year. That's over a 90% drawdown. And before anybody panics, yes, this does happen in crypto. But here's the difference. Strong projects usually communicate clearly, manage expectations, and guide their community through volatility. Pi hasn't done that very well at all. And price doesn't just reflect fundamentals, price reflects confidence. And right now, confidence is damaged in the Pi community. This is the most important part of the video because, in my opinion, Pi Network's biggest problem is not the blockchain, it's not the idea, and it's not even the token, it's communication. The way information is passed from the core team to the community, in my opinion, is terrible. Updates are vague, delayed, poorly explained, overly technical, and badly framed. There is no strong narrative, no clear expectation management, and no proper PR strategy. And in crypto, perception is reality. You can have great tech, but if people don't understand what's happening, they assume incompetence or dishonesty. And silence gets filled with rumors, conspiracy theories, anger, and distrust. Pi Network urgently needs a new media and communications director, somebody whose sole job is clear messaging, regular updates, honest timelines, and rebuilding trust. They need their own version of Brad Garlinghouse from XRP. He's a genius at those exact things. And this is what Pi Network is missing. Because right now, that side of the project is failing badly. This part worries me the most because Pi's community was once its superpower. But now, morale is cracking. People feel strung along, left in the dark, and taken for granted. And when a community that big starts to disengage, the project loses its edge. That doesn't mean pi is dead, but it does mean the warning lights are flashing. Let's answer the question honestly, in my opinion. Is the pi network dead? I think no. No, it's not. But it is in trouble. Yes, I think it could be in trouble. Not because it can't work, but because it's poorly handled. I still believe Pi has a strong grassroots base, global reach, and a simple onboarding concept, and huge potential if executed properly. But someone needs to grab this project by the scruff of its neck, fix that messaging, fix that transparency, and fix the relationship with the community. Because without the community, Pi is just another token. Now, I want to say something important, especially to Pi miners. Pi Network is kind of like crypto for beginners, and that's not an insult. It's simple, it's accessible, and it introduces people to crypto without charts, leverage, or complexity. But if you want to go beyond that, if you want to learn and grow, Pi alone will not teach you any of that. Understanding how markets actually work, how to manage risk, how to trade bull markets and bear markets, how people consistently make money in crypto, that's a different skill set. And that's exactly why I built the Crypto Liftoff course. It's 100% free. There's no fluff, there's no nonsense, and it teaches you the exact foundations and strategies that I've personally used through multiple bull markets, brutal bear markets, and everything in between. If Pi was your entry point to crypto, this is how you level up. You can join right now by visiting cryptowolfpack.co.uk or just by clicking the link in the description for the Crypto Liftoff course. It's 100% free. Check it out in the description. So, no, I don't think Pi Network is dead, but I do think it's at a crossroads. If the core team fixes communication, restores trust, and respects the community that built this thing all along, Pi could still surprise a lot of people. But if they don't, the damage won't come from price charts. It'll come from the silence. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you still mining Pi like I am every single day? Have you migrated yet, or are you stuck like I am unmigrated? Or have you had enough and you stopped mining that Pi? I'm genuinely curious. Thank you very much for making it all the way to the end of this video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Over 64% of you that regularly watch my videos are not subscribed to my videos. So please, it'll take you 2 seconds and it's totally free. There's no charge. Please hit that subscribe button. I'll be seeing you on the next one. And remember this, the strength of the wolf is in the pack.